Hi friends, we are here at the farmers market today, and this vlog will contain this Saturday and next Saturday because that's the last two. So I think the last one I did for the farmers market was maybe June. I'll have to check. I left my little book of like what I sold and that had the dates on it at home, I think. So we are starting a new page in our convention book just so I can keep track of it. But yeah, we only have this weekend and next weekend. I knew I wanted to do it the very last weekend just to close it out. And we are here. I already made $15. Somebody came by and bought some Koroks. They said they want to use them as little catnip toys, and I cut her a deal if she bought 3 or so. So we made $15, and from what I've been hearing, it has slowed down quite a bit because all the produce people have sold out of their produce, so not as many people are coming to the farmers market. So we will see how it goes today, but I brought plenty of stuff to work on. I'm going to use this as a hand sewing day. So we have a Callie that we can sew on the little hair ear tuff things and earrings, and I have a hat but I cannot find it. And then once we do this, we have a lot of Pikmin bucket hats to make. We still have Halloween orders. They're mostly done coming in. I've kind of cut them off just to make sure that I get all the ones out on time. And then any last minute stuff I can try to do if people need it. But I usually do charge a like express fee for that. Not necessarily shipping, but for me to get it done on time. So yeah, let's see how the day goes. It is only 8:46. We opened at 8. Usually doesn't pick up until like 10, like lunchtime. And let me show you guys. These are my newest stickers. Derpy tiger stickers drawn by me. And I printed these from Sticker Beat, I think. They had a deal for circle stickers 3 inches for $19. And I like to wait because I'm not a big sticker seller. I like to have stickers because of the lower price point to have at my booth, but I can't really afford, I don't sell stickers that much where I can afford to get a whole bunch printed and pay, you know, $20, $30. So I usually wait until there's a deal and I order whatever size or whatever shape they have. And yeah, so $19 for 60, maybe not that much, I can't remember exactly. But yeah, and especially since my printer at home has decided to poop out on me again. It's something with the arm. I think one of the wheels is broken, so it's not taking paper, even regular printer paper. So I need to have Joey look at it again. But all right, let's have a good day at the farmers market. I also thought I already messed up this morning because I have a bag full of stuff to sew, and I forgot needle and thread, and I forgot scissors. Luckily, past Megan came prepared, and I have thread and needle. Well, I had thread because I need different colors for the Pikmin, and I had scissors. They're not necessarily fabric scissors, but they will do just fine. And lately, it feels like all my fabric scissors have crapped out on me, and these not fabric scissors might be better than any that I have at home currently. I like rarely sell Callie hats except for Halloween. Kind of the same with Splatoon. I really don't sell them until Halloween time. That's also when my sewing designs really take off too, is around Halloween for Splatoon patterns specifically. So that makes me very happy. This was the first year that I had my boy Splatoon patterns, and I sold a few of those too. I don't think any more than 5, but I'm happy that I did it. The next thing I want to do is make add-ons for Callie and Marie, because I use the base like female-male Splatoon pattern for Callie and Marie. So I think it would be nice to have an add-on where you can buy the either male or female, and then you just buy like a couple, $3 maybe seems right, and you get the add-ons for the Splatoon. While I'm hand sewing, I also thought I would chit chat with you guys about my plans for the farmers market next year. If they do it the same way, I assume, I'm sure the prices might go up a little, but for the whole season, it was $125, and that's what I paid, because I knew that I wasn't doing as many conventions, so I figured, well, might as well pay the $125, and I'll plan to try to do as many weekends as I can. But based on how this year went, even though I didn't have a whole lot of conventions, and I did a lot more local ones, they seem to have fallen during the summertime, and they were, of course, like usually one day on Saturday. I need to look at my book from this year. She hit a cone, but luckily it didn't go under the car, so she should be okay. Or the other option, if you don't want to pay for the season, is you pay $12 and you set up just for the day, and you don't have to, you just kind of, like usually the week of, let them know, hey, if you have any spots open, I'd love to have a spot. So I have vlogs. I think I have a May that has like April, and I have a June maybe. I have 2, I know for sure, farmers market vlogs. So you can go and check those if you want to see exact numbers of what I made and how those went. But I will tell you that the opening day I made back my table. I made like 135. So even if I just did opening day and paid $12, then that's a little more, that's just a little bit of extra income. And I also kind of had this guilt where, even though they said it was totally okay, I just felt like I was committed to something. So if I didn't have something that weekend, I felt like I had to be there because I already paid. So I'm thinking if I just next year pay the $12, I think as long as I do, I have to do the math, and that's if it's the same price, as long as I do less than 10, then I'm not paying more money than I would for the whole season. So I figured I'd do at least once a month. But when I say I didn't do any in July or August, I didn't do any, because our summers are busy. We have Joey's birthday. We usually go visit his family in Delaware for 2 weekends, and we usually try to go like Sunday to Sunday if we can. So, that's two Saturdays right there that I'm not available. Not to mention, usually I have a convention. July and August, one of those months has one convention. We also go visit Bethany, and then also during the summer we have summer vacation, or we want to go to the lake. And I just kind of got to the point where I was like, yeah, I don't really want to go. And that was difficult for me to make that decision, because I was like, oh, I already paid. I made a commitment. But I also was wore out from whatever, if we had been gone all week and home for the weekend. So I think that is my plan right now for next year. I am going to look into it when they finally release prices and dates for next year, and they might change it and not go this long next year too, because I know that there was rumors that they actually weren't going to have these last 2 days, and people were like, no, wait, we paid for the whole season and you told people it was till October 25th. Like, we could have booked other events, we could have make money those weekends. So they did decide to continue having it till the season, which makes sense. Like, if I paid for the season and you told me this date for the season, we better go to the end of the season. So Luckily, I would have been really upset if I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come back for like the last 2 or 3 and they had closed it. I'm like, I didn't know the last one was the last one. Luckily, we are here, and talking about like the $12. I came one time, I believe in May. It was like the beginning of May, and it was rainy. And I only set up one table, and I still made $12. So even if I wouldn't have came that day, but even if I paid $12 just for that day, I made that even on a rainy day. I think that would be the better option for me personally. And then, because the baby's gonna be a year by then, I could bring her, but I'm also gonna want to go do more things. We're gonna want to travel. We're gonna want to go to the lake. We're gonna like get on the houseboat. We're gonna do a lot of firsts, and I don't want to feel like I have to be committed to this. I'm gonna have to move my table up and put, I think, a tablecloth or something, because I'm gonna get roasted today if I don't. I'm usually against this brick wall over here, so the sun comes in directly to my tent, so I'm shaded in the back. But today I'm over here on the side and direct sunlight from the side. So I'm gonna scoop my table up. Let me show you guys my setup first, just in case I ruin it or something, but I'll show you. I just have 2 tables set up and minimum grid walls. So we have our beanies and our hats over here, and I put the little wristlets out here for $5. Those pillows are $5. We got some dog bandanas. I didn't put them all out. And our claw machine. Then we have our stickers set up. These mystery bags are left over from the little festival that I did locally. Creepers, and then just all of our plushies over here all together in little baskets instead of putting up grid walls. And so I think this is good for really quick minimum setup effort. And I'm obsessed with these bats. This is BZ art, I believe, for the sewing pattern, and I'll try to put the link in the description too, because I've not had time to try to make new things using my brain power as a new mom. It's very hard and it takes a lot of my brain, so I've been using some other people's patterns. So I bought this one, and then these 2 were free. There was like a pig days that I did, and love these. And then I made some cows too, just because we are in Kentucky, so farm. And these 2 patterns are from Sew Desu Ne, which I love. They have so many free patterns, and I'm about to go crazy. And lots of Pokemon too. I have a Pokemon convention next month, so I want to use a couple of Pokemon patterns for that as well. But yeah, these are the little Koroks that the lady came and bought for her cats. And then dino nuggets. So yeah, that's the little setup, and you can see behind here the sun, so I need to scoot it up a little. Alright, the wind's starting to pick up. Oh, and my thing fell over. Okay, well, we'll see. I have a little bit. I should open it up and make it longer, honestly. This is what I have right now, but I doubled it over. But I should open it so that it'll reach, and maybe it won't be so heavy and won't blow down. But yeah, this wind's starting to pick up. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse than this. Alright, so it is 9:30 and we've made $1 more. Someone played the claw machine. Hold on, is it really dark? It's kind of dark. Put you over here to see if that's better. Okay. And we have finished Callie. We added the earrings, the little bun things, and the hat part is all hand sewn on. So she's all done and she's ready to ship out on Monday. Do you guys make anything and you forget the one thing, like every time? For Callie and Marie, it's always the earrings that I forget to do. For Saki and Riku, it's always the little diamonds on their head, the little owls that I make. I always forget to put those diamonds on. And like Appa, I always forget the ears that go under the horns, because I think, oh, I put the horns on, I'm done. But no, the ears go under the horns. All right, now we're working on a custom order for some Pikmin hats. They got a lavender with, let's see, I might have to look it up. I think it's lavender with the hot pink flower. And then white with a green leaf. And then I believe it's blue with the yellow flower and green stem, because I don't have blue to match this bucket hat, so they requested a green stem that was a different color green than the leaf too. So I'm gonna double check that I'm correct on those color combos, and then we're gonna sew them on. Currently 10:30, so we're checking in every hour. I do think it is going by really fast. I'm also like working on stuff and keeping my hands busy, but we have finished the bucket hats for the custom order Pikmin, and these are so cute. I love these colors. And they already bought the like primary colors from me, the red, blue, yellow. So then they messaged me and asked if I had any other colors that they could do. So I don't know if they're doing a big group or what, but yes, Pikmin done. And I did buy some bread from my neighbor because it smells so good. He makes it all himself. So we got some sassy sourdough. This looks great. It looks like an Italian type. It's got basil, thyme, garlic, butter, Parmesan cheese. So this would be really good with like spaghetti or Italian food. And then this is the one that I picked out first, and I grabbed it because I think it was his last one. Some cinnamon bread, and it's got just cinnamon, sugar, all that good stuff. And then he gave me a cinnamon roll for free for being his table neighbor, and I'm probably gonna eat this because I'm hungry. And I'm trying not to spend the money I made, but I was like, bread, and we only have like one more, tablecloth blown up, one more Saturday, so I've been wanting to try his bread this whole time. So we got that, and we did make one more sale. We sold a sticker, which was our Derpy Tiger sticker, and I'm so excited, and that's $3. So we've currently made 18, 19? $19, so almost $20. The bread cost me $14, so yay! And I'm about to go buy some honey for my mom real quick. Oh, but before I forget, what we're gonna work on next is some more Pikmin bucket hats, but we're going to do blue. Honestly, I have all of the primary colors. I have red, blue, and yellow, but I didn't realize I have a whole bunch of blue bucket hats, and I have like 5 red and 5 yellow, even though I've been ordering more. I guess it always just works out where they don't have very many in stock when I go to grab that color, but apparently I keep grabbing blue every time. So I think I have like 20 plus blue bucket hats. But yeah, going to go grab honey and then start on that. All right, 11:30 check-in. We sold a Gengar beanie for $25. So we've currently made $44? Somewhere in there. I could have got my math wrong. Yeah. I thought their alarm was going off. But we have made 3 blue Pikmin hats. I just need to sew the green lines on the leaves. I like to do that. It gives it a little more of a leaf definition look. So now we're going to, I could continue to do blue, but I'm going to try to do like 3 yellow too, just to have some colors. That took me about an hour between the stopping and talking and everything. So I might only be able to do 3 yellow. And I might do red because I have a yellow done. So I might do red just for orders. So let's do that instead. 3 red Pikmin. All right, it's almost noon. I think I have to go ahead and pack up because there's people over here that is like impeach Trump signs, and they've been here before and they're peacefully protesting. I'm not a big political person, and my table neighbors are saying some things, and I don't want to get heated right now. I don't want to do it. I also haven't ate anything, and so my sugar's dropping, which makes me more hangry and mad. And then there's people who show up with these big trucks like this, and they think it's really cool to blow smoke and look really cool in their big trucks. So I think I'm gonna pack up before I start something on a beautiful Saturday morning with people. So yeah, I made $44, so unless I make something else, we'll close this one out here, and I'll see you guys next Saturday. Hopefully it doesn't rain, for the very last farmer's market. Okay friends, I'm gonna wrap up this farmer's market video. Whoa, you fell. Oh gosh. I'm gonna wrap up this farmer's market video. As you can see, I did not do that next Saturday, October 25th. I didn't do the last one because I only made $44 at the one before. I decided to go to the pumpkin patch instead with my family. Yeah, you gotta go to pumpkin patch. She sees me. I was checking my other farmer's market video, so she sees me in the computer and she thinks it's so funny. Also, the dogs are running around and she loves the puppies. What? So just to recap the farmer's market, and I think I kind of already talked about my plans for next year and if it was worth it. But real quick, I'm gonna touch on not why I didn't go back, but why I kind of left early. I kind of yelled at a grown man because it was no King's Day. I don't like to talk politics because I just think the world is a lot as it is, and there's a lot going on right now. So I'm not trying to make this a political channel by any means. I'm not a political person, but I do think you should be nice to people and the world would be a better place. So this guy was yelling at the peaceful protesters, which are just old ladies, pretty much old ladies over there. And, you know, saying nobody wants to come to the farmer's market because of them, because everyone's honking or people are revving their engines if they disagree, whatever. And he yelled this, and they're a good, 300 feet away, in front of our courthouse around the corner, or not around the corner, but on the corner. And, yelling, no one wants to come to the farmer's market because of this, like, curse words, blah, blah, blah. Also throwing around the R word, like, that's a whole nother thing. Just disrespectful. And I said, while I'm packing up my car, well, I'm leaving because I don't want to listen to you all and your negative talk. So it goes both ways. And I left. And they were already packing up anyways. But I just decided that it wasn't worth it to come back. I wasn't sure their attitude, and I'd been listening to them all day complain about other artists or other farmers market sellers that weren't there, and just nobody being here, and it's just negativity, and it brings me down, and I do not want that on a Saturday morning to start off my weekend. So I was like, we're going to the pumpkin patch. We did, and it was a good time. And I got some adorable little pictures of my baby. All that aside, I live small town country in Kentucky, it's red. But anyways, sorry. Was it worth doing it for this year? Yes. I totaled it up. I could have missed some things, but I made around $440. That is not a lot. But my plans for next year, and I think I could still make the same amount or more, is to just do maybe one a month, and hopefully I pick a good day. Hopefully I don't pick like a rainy day, but at least do opening day, if anything, because I can pay $12 and potentially make that $135 like I did this year, and then that's profit. And then I don't have to do any more if I don't want to. But if I have a free weekend, I can, and it's right down the road. I think that that's my plan going forward. Unless I get into making or baking or growing produce, which is what a lot of people come there for. I kind of get the kids and the other nerdy people that come to get my stuff. So, and I think I'm gonna cut back my inventory that I take there, because like I said in one of my videos, like loading up my car is just a lot, and then I keep it in there the whole week to the next weekend. So I think if I just have one table, one chair, and not even my grids, but just baskets of like plushies, maybe take my stickers, maybe take my claw machine. Because my claw machine probably made me, I would say around $50 at just the markets, like a total. So not bad. They pay $1, they win something. It's usually a cute little plushie that I made, and it keeps me making new things and keeps my mind fresh for my embroidery ideas and stuff. So I think that that's the plan. And I do feel like that will help people not get so overwhelmed, because I do have a whole lot. And people aren't going to the farmer's market, I don't think, to take a long time to look at things. They're kind of just glancing. So I think if I have some cute plushies, maybe some more farm animals, like I don't want to make anything, because what I learned too is I made dog bandanas, I made these little cutlery holders, little teacher things, which I'm glad, because it got me out of the rut and it making me make new things and fun, especially after the labor and postpartum. It got my creativity flowing. But I really didn't sell any of those. I sold some of the little bracelet keychain things, and I sold a couple cutlery things, but no dog bandanas and none of the other little pocket pouches things. So now I have a whole lot of that inventory with nothing to do with. So people might be getting some Christmas gifts. I think that is pretty much it. I wish it was a more eventful market. Again, small town Kentucky, we don't got a lot. But supposedly it's the best market, so they say, in our area between all the different counties around us. So I don't know, they must not have good markets at all. So I hope you guys look forward to more of my videos. But if not, I hope to see you next year when I do some more farmer market videos. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye-bye!